This is my latest build I'm putting together. I'm using an EMERBU Gen 8.5 gearbox because it's already all upgraded. I'm just going to put in a little bigger spring. So that's what I'm going to use for the mechanicals, but it already has the metal barrel. It's got an upgraded motor. It's got metal gears. It's pretty much upgraded to about 300 FPS, maybe 275 average. And then with the upgraded spring, hopefully we're going to go and surpass 300. So I've had several people ask me lately about 3D files and where I get my files. Well, all my files come from Thingiverse typically, which is a free site to get files. However, I don't typically end up using them like that. I find a file that I like, and then I take it and I manipulate it and try to make these custom kind of one-off builds that you guys haven't seen elsewhere. Especially lately, I'm really trying to put together just completely custom builds, all pieces that are, put together kind of off, my imagination, maybe loosely based on a particular blaster of some sort of particular airsoft. And then I go from there. So with this one, I'll just kind of show you what kind of gave me the inspiration. So I found this piece here, okay, and that's for a GHK G5 airsoft. And that's actually just made to be the tip of the handguard. So if I show you what one of those looks like, it actually looks a lot like an Evo Scorpion, right? Looks a lot like an Evo Scorpion, and that piece is supposed to go on the tip with the pointy part back. That's where it lines up right there. All right, so that was kind of my inspiration, was using that piece. So that's really the only STL I used in this handguard, but I cut it, I manipulated, I flipped it, I did all kinds of things with it. So this was the handguard that I ended up with after I took that piece, multiplied it, put it together, did some different things, right? So you can see kind of has that inspiration, the inspiration with that right here like this too, right? From the Scorpion, that nice long kind of riser, that long front piece on there. So that's what I did with this handguard. So it's not an STL that you're going to be able to go find. It's something I customized and put together. And then, like I said, with the rail, this again was actually made, this was the top piece of a Scorpion specific big handguard on Amazon. On Thingiverse. So I took that and I manipulated that. All right. Just thought it'd be cool to kind of put the grip extension. So again, found something I could cut, resize. I incorporated this piece here because we've incorporated that in a couple of different places. You can see along here. And so wanted to go ahead and incorporate that into the grip extension. This piece started painting green, ran out of green. Now this part down here is going to be inside the receiver, so it doesn't really matter. Changed it to black. The charge handle for the GHK is like one of these, right? Because it's just a side pull. So I made that so that it would work here, okay? So that's what I did there. I just kind of customized this up a little bit so that we got some color in the optic. And then for the grip, we're going to have a couple. So this actually is going to push all the way back up against the receiver, against the magwell. So back down there. And then this nice grip, which is obviously an aftermarket one, not I printed, will go out in front. Other thing I'm going to do is here's again, Scorpion specific kind of flash hider / muzzle, and it'll go on there like that. But how I figured to work these, because obviously if you're turning them, you got to turn them till they're tight, is I print a little insert like this. This slides over that, and there'll be a screw in the bottom that screws up through into this piece, and that's what's going to hold that on there. All right, got a couple canted rails. I've used those before. And then you might notice there's a little bit of texture in here. I got a good deal on this. It was on sale at the Walmart by me. It just gives it this stone texture. And so I used that, put some stone texture on it just to try something new. And then they had a really good deal on this color, which is basically khaki, but it's a dark taupe in this case. And since we're doing, enamel and enamel, that works out good together. Just need to give it a lot of time to dry, right? And then I had a little bit of this green left, which was a flat green camo paint specifically from Rust-Oleum. Over here, we're just going to do, you saw I painted out the receiver, and then I added a little bit of green. I added a little mag release that has kind of my little saw blade logo there. I've done that once or twice before. and then just put a little bit green on there too. So that gives you a good idea what I'm doing. The stock, almost forgot to say. So this stock was, again, completely a custom piece. I was kind of following the design of what I've seen sort of on some of the Scorpion type blasters. So it's kind of a nice long stock. It's going to have the green plate like this on the back. And then I added a sling plate adapter here. I was able to customize one that slides on over the top like that. So I thought that was a nice option to do there too. And so that kind of gives you the quick rundown of everything that I'm doing with it. Again, check back. I'll get it all put together. Of course, we'll do a demo. Comments, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Thanks.